Can you talk a little bit about, how Social Security benefits are calculated?
So what happens is the Social Security Department receives all your W-2 wages or Social Security, income from self-employment income. They take into account the highest 35 years of your earnings. Then they index it, that's called average index monthly earnings. They index it and bring it to the present level, and then they have a calculation about bend points. It gets a little technical. So one of the things to keep in mind is make sure that your Social Security or salary earnings or your self-employment earnings are accurate. Make sure that you have your full 35 years at least. If you've already got them, try and keep working so that the lower earning years are eliminated. If you didn't work a particular year, that's treated as a 0 year. So what happens is that drops your average earnings. In my case, I came into this country much later. So I didn't have 35 years worth of earnings. So it's made a difference by continuing to work in addition to the fact that I didn't need the Social Security.
So that's really interesting. So they take the highest 35 years of work history, they'll do some math and figure out what your full retirement age benefit is. Like you said, if you don't have 35 years of work history, the years that you don't have, let's say you only have 30, that's 5 years worth of zeros that brings down the average. And so what you want to do is try to continue working for the full 35 years so that you don't have any 0 years. And then if you're able to continue working, the way it usually works is when you start working, you have lower earning years, and by the end of it, you have higher earning years. Part of your strategy to increase your benefit could be to continue to work so that those higher earning years that are later on in your life are replacing the earlier lower earning years. Now, the second part about what your benefit is and how it's calculated is based on when you claim. We touched on it a little bit, so I'll just go over it real quick. Your full retirement age is age 66 if you were born in 1954 or earlier, and it's age 67 if you were born in 1960 or later. If you claim before your full retirement age, you're going to see a reduction in benefits. If you claim as early as 62 and your full retirement age is 66, that's a 25% reduction in benefits. If your full retirement age is 67 and you claim at 62, it's a 30% reduction in benefits. Right. That doesn't go up, right? You don't get that money
once
back.
You start taking it, that's where you lock it in.
So you've locked in a 25% or 30% reduction for life.
Yes.
And yeah, you may be getting those cost of living adjustments, but it's those adjustments on a 30% or 25% reduced number,
correct,
right?
Smaller number.
Okay. So it's really important that you understand how Social Security is calculated, what you can do to improve your benefit, continue to work longer, replace those lower earning years, and figure out when is the optimal time to claim. Not as early as possible, but when it makes sense for you and your finances.
Correct, absolutely.